Democrats were out in full force this week in defending the report that claims Obamacare will kill millions of jobs. They say it's a good thing. Now you're no longer tied to a job you don't like. Jonah Goldberg is a Fox News contributor and a contributing editor to the National Review. Jonah, that was the push, the spin by 5 separate surrogates this weekend. Are you now sold?
Yeah, no, you almost wanted to give him sort of a slow golf clap for the effort. It was a really impressive bit of spin. You know, by their logic, the Great Depression was this great bounty of liberty because so many people were freed from their jobs.
Right.
Look, there's one serious point that is being lost here. Lots of Republicans, including Paul Ryan and John McCain and others, have talked about the problem of job lock. The problem is that what they proposed would actually free people up, subsidize people, give people vouchers to buy their own health insurance, decouple work from health insurance, which would be a good thing. What Obamacare does is it taxes work. It tells people that if you go and seek an extra work, or if a spouse tries to pick up some part-time work and you make too much money, you'll lose your subsidies for Obamacare. So in effect, what it is doing is subsidizing non-work, which is not the Republican approach and is not the way you should try to fix job lock.
Right, which is so interesting because, it would free up businesses on their bottom line if insurance was possibly somewhere else. But you got to make that insurance more affordable. You got to make it portable, buy it across state lines. That's what you're saying that John McCain had brought up, and some are saying Republicans are hypocrites for criticizing this now.
Yeah, but they're not hypocrites. Look, we can both agree that something is a problem. As I put it in my column the other day, both my daughter and I agree that she needs a new hobby. That doesn't mean I have to buy her a team of lions for her to become a lion tamer. We can disagree about how to fix a problem while agreeing on that something is a problem. The Republicans had all these proposals that would make it possible for people to get, to decouple from work and still have insurance and have portability. And Democrats attacked them because they said it wouldn't do enough to fix the problems of the uninsured. And that's the hidden story in this CBO report. According to the same CBO report that talks about these 2.5 million lost jobs, it also says that in 10 years, we'll have 31 million people still uninsured. Barack Obama sold Obamacare in 2009 by promising to fix the problem of 30 million people being uninsured. So, in fact, the one problem the Democrats said they really wanted to fix is actually going to get worse. So why are we spending $1.2 trillion and blowing up the entire healthcare sector?
Jonah, and that's the point. If you could argue the Republicans should be arguing. Okay, if you don't like the 2.5 de-incentivizing work, you want to debate that issue, fine. How about the fact that the people aren't going to be insured? Because up until this point, if you have a problem with Obamacare, you don't want poor people to be able to go to the doctor. That's the way it's been portrayed.
Right. It's like, people touting, how the war on poverty has been so great, even though the poverty rate 50 years later is exactly where it was 50 years ago. Whenever you try to, it's like nailing down Jell-O. Wherever you try to hold the defenders of Obamacare accountable to their own arguments, they move the goalposts, they switch the rationale. You know that if the CBO report had come out and said that it was going to create an additional 2.5 million jobs, all those same spinners on the Sunday shows would be out there taking credit and celebrating and saying how incredible and wonderful this is. The idea that, you have to be impressed by their willingness to say that a further decline in labor participation in a country with catastrophic under and unemployment, for them to celebrate that as a success is remarkable chutzpah, and it's amazing how so many people in the mainstream media are buying it hook, line, and sinker.
And they did this weekend because I watched about 4 of the shows, and it seemed great to most of the hosts. Jonah Goldberg, thanks so much. We'll read you on National Review and everything else you write, if that's okay.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for having me.
All right.